Hello, welcome or welcome back. I am Tavish Cardiff, one of the co-founders of the Raw Material Practice, and I show up every week to give a little bit of guidance for each week's pillar. This week it is Intention Week, the final emotional pillar. We start the cycle over again the last 4 weeks. Intentions, once again, emotional. Get yourself ready with a little bit of breathing in and out. Doesn't really matter what the pace is, whatever feels effective and active to you. Breathe in, exhale with some strong effort. Really want to push on those exhales so that we are clearing space for new oxygen, new breath, new ideas. So let your mind wander a little bit to your own thoughts. We're going to invite our kind of snippy, nasty, worst of ourselves personality in for a minute. And let's just think about the things that aspect of us wishes on other people here and there. This can happen in a split second. We think something and we immediately reject the thought because it's not fair, it's not accurate. But that space where we first react, where our very first feeling is an indicator to us personally about what's going on with us. It has nothing to do really with the person or thing that created the reaction. It's our reactions produce our intentions. We might react to a commercial or an ad or something that we see, or someone that we admire that has something that seems like something that we want. These are all intentional thoughts. They create a desire for something, whether it is to acquire something or to change something or to cut out something, to get rid of something. All of these intentions are created by our reactions to how we feel. Take a nice deep breath around that idea and give yourself some space to think about how the most crazy fears that you've had are fully reactionary, and the most fantastically, crazily creative ideas that you've had are also born from your imagination, from a desire to have something different than what you have. The things around us spark our imagination, creating all sorts of intentions. We produce multiple intentions every day. And I think that is the main part to recall and remember about Intention Week, is that everything that we want is based in emotion. When we look at what is acceptable by society or desired or normal, we have reactions to that. Some of those things we line up with and we want them because they genuinely fit what makes sense for our lives. Others may miss the mark entirely on us, and rather than spend time saying, no, that's not for me, we spend time wondering why we aren't hitting that standard of acceptable, normal, and we get off the rails a little bit by not being whatever we think someone else expects us to be, rather than realizing within our emotions and our reactions to our emotions and the ways that we have been taught, we come up with our entire personality, expression, what we're willing to share and not share, all of the places where our fears and vulnerabilities come from. This all comes from the emotional space. And this being the last of the emotional pillars, it really helps us gather all of the intel that we need to take these things through the rest of the pillars, so that our reactions are indicators, but they aren't leading the path. Backing up into the entire weather of all of these emotions, all of these reactions, all of these feelings, we start to get a sense of what they mean and how to use them to then connect to the spiritual resources that lead us into aligning with the intentions that actually make sense for us, or that we really want, so long as the universe has agreement with us about what we're doing, pretty much be handed anything you want. You've got to back it up with a connection to something outside of yourself, something for the greater good, something that supports humanity as a whole. When we get in the habit of weighing those two things, our own value, society's value, which one has the right of way right now, how do we get the things that we want without being greedy, overzealous, expecting too much, or getting ourselves in a situation where we think we deserve things that other people don't deserve. That is a level of dealing with our feelings that becomes personal. That's how we deal within ourselves. And so it is not my place to tell you what is important to you. It is only important for me to offer you the space to figure out exactly what that is. Because the more we know about what really matters to us, the more our choices every single day are easy to make, value-based choices that don't leave us feeling guilty or fearful or responsible to something that really isn't ours. As you go through this week, spend time in your feelings, in your reactions, recognizing whether the things that you want make sense or not. And this isn't the considered things that you want. These are the reactive things that you want. The considered things, obviously you want them. But reactive things, maybe you don't. Maybe it's a thought. Maybe it's an idea that helps you get past a certain feeling. But let's lean into what we really want in a situation versus the very first thing that comes to us about it. Take that breath, pause, step back, get the lay of the land, and decide, is this really my reaction? Is this the one I want to land on? A lot of times it's not. If it is, you're already on your way to aligning with intention. Have a great week, and I will be here next week when we talk about resources. Thank you.